All right, this is Noah Rosenfield, and I'm showing off the progress I've got. Definitely got stuck a few times, but I've made some progress, and the repo is now in a really good spot, and I'm kind of cruising through new features. So, first off, we've got auth set up for both anonymous and sign in with Google. So I'll go ahead and I'll sign in with Google right now. And here we are. So I've still got all of I had to redo this project a couple times now. But I've got, again, like that UX around the zooming and making sure everything stays in there. We've got hotkeys for our different shapes and things like that. We also have, let's see, we've got our user presence, which is a little different now, updated a bit. Still going to be working on this, but I think definitely an improvement over the MVP presence for sure. We also have our auth debug panel so that we can sign ourselves in and out over here, just make sure the Firebase is working correctly. We are now using real-time database for object locking and things like that, which then converts over to the Firestore database for all of that persistent data. We have multi-select with marquee. We kind of had to switch things up. I realized, the dev that I was doing, it was like super shape forward, and it wasn't going to scale well to the other kinds of display objects that we want to add, like text fields and images and all of that. So I had to roll stuff back, and kind of rethink our approach, especially around like scaling, rotating, things like that. I had things going for a bit where you had the handles on the four corners, and you could actually drag any handle of these four corners and it would resize that item, sort of in any dimension, using the opposite vertex as the sort of the pivot point, for the scaling. But that started to, the matrix transformations started to get a little bit tricky, and the scaling, it wasn't scaling in the way that I liked, especially in correlation with different zoom levels and things like that. But we do still have some other stuff here. So like we've got the marquee selection is, that's normalized to the zoom level. So regardless of whether you're zoomed all the way out or if you zoom all the way in, you're going to see that marquee select at the same time. And we also have, let's see, let me open up another window here. Here we go. We've got object locking here. So if I've got some object selected over here, if I try to marquee select over here, it's only going to give me these unlocked objects on this side, as opposed to, so they've got these ones over here. And again, if I try to grab these, it'll only give me the free ones. And let's see, I think that's most everything. Got obviously the ability to clear with our dialog box, our warning, again, still that multi-cursor, real-time sync. And yeah, from here, we're gonna just be expanding out the different display objects that we can add. We've got text coming up, yeah, gonna go from there. So excited to keep going. Definitely plenty more to do, but I think I'm probably in a pretty good spot to just start adding features and really start cruising. So thanks for watching.